God love you, 1D&D. You're the gift that keeps on giving. It's 8:15 in the morning. It's the 13th day of December 2022. It's about 62 degrees and sunny here at Site B. I'm drinking tea. Support me. Leaves? 1D&D is the gift that keeps on giving, because now not only are people upset about things that are actually in the playtest, people are upset about things we actually haven't seen yet. Now, there might be some speculation, well, these guys are getting copies of it before anybody else because they're reviewers, so they're responding to stuff that we, the average person, haven't seen. Except, no! Unlike people who got copies of Dragonlance ahead of time because they're reviewers, nobody is getting... Why do I look black and white? It still looks like I'm black and white. It's either the lighting in the room or something's wrong with my eyes. Or my computer. You tell me. Do I look black and white? No, nobody is getting it ahead of time. Everybody is getting access to the 1D&D playtest at the exact same time. We will get access to round 4 sometime at the beginning of January, and the survey for round 3 is scheduled to start on the 21st, I believe, of this month. But let's double check to be sure. Yeah, still scheduled for the 21st. So nobody has the things ahead of time. So yesterday we had the whole subclass thing. If you put all the subclasses at 3rd level for every class, that's unfair. If you put all the subclasses at 1st level, so every class gets their subclass at 1st level, that's unfair. It's like, okay, when do you want them to get it? I don't understand. When is it fair? 5th level? 8th level? Not at all? Maybe we should just be like GURPS and you just get points. Well, today, people are upset about the word Barbarian, and whether the Barbarian's going to be in the playtest, and they need to change the name because the word Barbarian is problematic, which, of course, we don't know if they're using that word or not, or what they're going to call it, because that playtest isn't out yet. We've only seen the playtest for the Rogue, the Ranger, the Bard, and the Cleric. Now, chances are the next round will be the martial classes, but I don't know, because they just sort of gave us the Cleric and then left it dangling, and you're like, where are the other two? Where's Druid and Paladin? So they got to do those two, plus they got to do all the martial class, and they got to do all the arcane class. I would argue that Warlock is not an arcane class, but that's just me. I don't think there should be a Warlock class. So people are upset over the word Barbarian. Is there a better word than Barbarian? Yeah, heathen? I don't know. The heathen barbarians are at the gate, my lord. So, yeah, you're upset about something that we haven't seen yet, so you're speculating that they might actually use that word in the martial class playtest, so you can be upset about it. You're not upset about the word fighter or paladin? Fighter insinuates fighting, which insinuates people hurting each other. We can't have that in D&D. I find the word fighter problematic. And paladin, oh my god, well, that insinuates people getting powers from gods. Or the word pal. Pal insinuates friends. We're not friends. I'm not friends. I don't want to, that discriminates against people who don't want to be friends. I think we should get rid of the word pal. Wizard. Oh, that's discriminating. Warlock. That's a discriminating word. Sorcerer. All these words have roots in Anglo-Saxon early dichotomy of languages. All those words have roots from being taken from other words, from other cultures. Language is cultural appropriation. So really, in order to be fair and inclusive and not culturally appropriate from other cultures, we need to remove all words. Because that way it would be fair. That way we wouldn't be stealing another people's culture, like using the word barbarian. Barbarian is just not a fair word. It insinuates cultures and insinuates history and insinuates that somebody is somehow different than everybody else. So, all these words that we borrowed from pre-existing languages to create what we call modern English, those just need to be eliminated. I have a problem with words. All right, Veruca. So, so you're upset about the level cap. You're upset about social, the subclasses. You're upset about the word Barbarian, even though we haven't seen that yet. I'm going to start calling you people Veruca Salts. All right? Because it's obvious that even when Wizards of the Coast is giving you everything you want, you're still going to be upset. So the fact that you're upset about something we haven't even seen yet, are they going to use the word Barbarian? You've been fine with the word Barbarian for however long it's been in the vernaculum of culture until now, and now you're like, oh, well, the word Barbarian is problematic. The word's been around for hundreds of years. Just now you're upset about it? No, I was always upset about it. Yeah, sure. When you were presented that Barbarian player character with his D12 hit dice doing 2d12 damage with his two-handed sword, I bet you weren't upset about it then. But now you got to be upset about it because you want to be special, Veruca. I know people used to call them Karens, but I'm calling you Veruca Salts, okay? So going forward, I'm referring to these people as Veruca Salts. So you have a problem with the first level, third level, fifth level subclass accusation. I'm like, Veruca Salt, no matter what they do, you're going to be upset. Because you need to be special, more special than everybody else. You need to be relevant. And now you're upset about the word of a class that we don't even know how they're going to change it. And so now Wizards of the Coast has got to come up with a new word because Barbarian is problematic. The English language is problematic. Words are problematic. Humanity is problematic. Evolution is problematic. People are problematic. The only way you're going to be happy, Veruca, is if you're the only person playing the game and you're the only person on Earth because everybody else is problematic and not inclusive, right? So you're upset about Barbarian. We don't know what they're going to do for the next playtest. So can you just wait? Shouldn't you be complaining about Dragonlance? It's been out for 24 hours. Oh, wait. You already are. One D&D, you're the gift that keeps on giving. Wizards of the Coast, you're the gift that keeps on giving. If you didn't exist, I'd have to talk about actual decent games like Call of Cthulhu, or Castles and Crusades, or Marvel, or V&V, or my own product. Speaking of product, here's my blatant self-promotion moment of the game. Hey, it's the holidays. Did you know I have merch? Do you know what says to your fellow gamers holiday gift merch better than OGGM merch? Nothing. There is nothing that says I love you, fellow gamer, better than getting the gamer geek in your life OGGM merch. Check out the links down below. I got t-shirts, I got stickers, I got notebooks, I got a flamethrower, I got a breakfast cereal, I got 8 adventures that are up on Big Geek Emporium. It's just raining OGGM merch, and what better way to support me than to buy my merch. Have a happy holiday, stay safe. I'm sure I'll be back later with even more Wizards of the Coast nonsense because the sun will always rise, gravity will always work, water will always be wet, and if it's a day that ends in the letter Y, Wizards of the Coast will be in the gaming news. People are like, well, you only have a D&D channel. All you talk about is D&D. It's like, yeah, because the other companies are smart. They don't do anything newsworthy. They just invest the energy in good content.